Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday tea party.
That's right. Tea party live at 5, cocktails with Pollyann.
Cocktails.
But guess who is here? Somebody special, special guest.
My great friend, Mr. Happy.
Mr. Happy's in the house. Mr. Happy's in the house.
Mis-
Mr. Happy's in the house.
Mr. Happy brings my message to my front door every morning to tell anybody who goes by, read my message. Today, my message says, read it.
Food for the soul. Dignity. Dignity. So, let's tell everyone who we are, Mom.
Oh,
My name's Lynn Kitchen. I'm off camera today because Mr. Happy is
he wants to be on
he
camera.
wants to be in camera. But Mom is
Yes.
Pollyann Castle Baird, nearly 99, and today we are spotlighting her for a special, really just a special topic.
It is. To me, this topic of the six topics that we discover, one is joy, the next is no whining, and then patience. And now
Mhm.
we're into the second section of a dignity. And so here we are today with a new topic. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. So let's
Dignity.
just take a moment to take a shout out to people who are here. Ellen is here. Ellen
And
Dacon.
Susan, welcome.
Yes. And Shauna. Shauna
Shauna.
is here. Hi, Shauna.
Shauna.
And guess who's here? My friend, Denise.
Akuyo.
Denise, Akuyo.
Oh.
Is Akuyo here too? Oh gosh. But Denise, do you want to get Mr.
Oh,
Gold,
that
Mr.
Denise.
That Denise.
Oh, I can't live without this. He speaks to me all the time. He sits in front of me when I eat, and he sits in front of me when I sit all day long.
And
Jim.
Yes, Jim. Thank you, Denise, for being here. Also, Zubi. Zubi's here with us. Zubair Rauf from Pakistan. Wow, do you know it must be 3 a.m. there, Mom?
Oh, Zubi, please go to sleep.
Get some rest, but thank you for being here. That's so special. And Karen Castle. Ah,
Karen, I've been thinking about you all day long. You dear darling.
Isn't
Thank
that
you.
sweet?
Thank you.
that is so great. So anyway, today, as you mentioned, is the topic of dignity. And that was one of the 3 things that you said you wanted to talk about. So we're going to talk. The first of the 3 is dignity. And so you know what I did is I went to the dictionary like a good student.
Yes.
And I looked up the word dignity, Mom, so that we could just kind of start off with that. And it said that dignity means being valued and respected and treating others the way you'd like to be treated.
Well, that's easy.
That's easy, right? That's good. We could
That-
drink to that.
Yeah, there's no big
No big deal.
adjectives to
Right
that.
there. No big adjectives, but really, it goes on to say that everybody has opinions, that they have the right to be respected.
Uh-huh.
Everybody has inalienable rights as a human being.
Respected is the other word that goes with dignity, I think.
I do too.
Yes.
And so here you are, almost 99, and let's talk a little bit about dignity and respect in your 90s. And
Yes.
we can hear opinions from 70-year-old people, 50-year-old people, 30-year-old people, but none of those are in their 90s, and very few of them are 98 and a half like you are. So from your perspective, would you like to say something, especially as it relates to why you came back to life after being nearly dead here?
Well, the universe had its own ideas of what they were going to do with me, and I'm trying to fulfill their hopes.
But life loves you, and you love
Yes,
life.
true. And I love living out kind of what is expected of me with the help of Lynn.
Sure.
And you need a companion in this journey, and I'm so happy to be here and to speak to you because it expands my message.
That's right. So one thing we were talking about before, Mom, is part of respect has a lot to do with, and the dictionary started to talk about too, and some of the psychologists for seniors talk about the importance of recognition respect, to that it really it encompasses and behooves all of us to recognize the elders and give them respect for the wisdom that you have lived for all these years, and for your opinions and for your point of views.
Yeah, that's a two-pointed question. As you speak there, I think, okay, is this the beauty shop time?
No, I have one more question about the beauty shop.
Oh, okay.
But really more about your long-term perspective of, from the purview, the mountaintop purview of being almost 99, and all that you've lived through.
It's interesting because by the time you get to be 99, they don't expect much from you at all. I don't think. People think, oh, well, why should we listen to her? Most people have had dementia or are in nursing homes, and they're too ill. I'm not saying they're not bright, but they're too ill to speak up. Maybe they don't have the force. And to have somebody with an opinion and force, and I am the founders of 90Os.
That's right. You have a claim to fame. We can drink to that, have a celebration, because, hey, why not celebrate your life at the age of 99, almost 99?
And please keep us alive, because Lynn's carrying the torch forward after I'm gone.
Well, one of the things I did want to ask you about is in regard to how people treat you and how you want to be treated, Mom. When you do go out to the outside world, which is once a week, you go get your hair done.
It's the only time.
Now, that's a long-term tradition that you have had for how many years? Going once a week to get your hair done.
I was thinking, well, 10 years since I lived here, but the last year and a half, I've gone to the same studio, met the same people. I get the same response, nothing. And now that Lynn and I are talking about this, it brought into my attention how seniors are welcomed, accepted, and acknowledged.
How you would like to be acknowledged. So when I ask you, I don't like it when, could you fill in the blank? I don't like it when.
Okay, I don't like it when I was going to say, I get on an elevator and no one speaks to me. And then I said to my daughter, well, this very question, and she said, well, why don't you say hello first? Why should I, a 99-year-old woman getting on an elevator, say to a man who is, in his 50s, hello, how are you? I feel like they should give me some respect. Am I wrong?
I think that's a good question. And do you think she's wrong? Put your opinion there. While we're asking people to put their opinion in terms of what do you feel, how people could respond differently. Yeah. What is the respectful way to respond?
Right.
While you're doing that, let me just shout out that we also have another guest in the house here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I saw somebody fly in here, zoom right in. So let's just acknowledge Deborah Schneider. Deborah, all the way from Costa Rica.
Whoa.
Thank you, Deborah, for being here. That is so great. So why this is important is sometimes seniors feel like they're being discounted, ignored, and disregarded, even in small conversations in the elevator or at the beauty parlor. Right, Mom?
Yes, because that's the only place we have very few reactions. We don't go out very much, and so those little meetings are the most important part of my day.
So
just to be acknowledged, like, oh, how are you? No, they'll ask Lynn, when she's now, oh, how's your mother? But when my mother is with, they're like, hello.
Now, it's not that you're whining, that we because
Oh,
our rule is no whining,
yeah,
but
no,
what we are bringing to light is an increase in awareness
thank you.
that
It's
you're
important.
wanting to ask for.
I'm
So
a point I want you to acknowledge, to pay attention to. It's like I remember going downtown shopping and a young boy, like 12 to 14, we would go in and he would rush up and open the door. And you'd say, thank you. And they'd say, no problem. And then I was in Istanbul. And when the young man opened the door, he said, it's my pleasure, ma'am. Well,
there's a big difference.
there's a big difference. And later on, the young people started to say, thank you. It's my pleasure. So there's a big difference between, what did I say?
No problem.
No problem. And that's what this is. There's no problem here, but it is a sweet thinking. Think about it.
Yeah, just think about it. That's our message for the day, right, Mom? Otherwise, we're here to celebrate. We're here to celebrate life.
Oh, get on my stool.
What do you think? And here's Susan Erickson. Thank you for being here, Susan.
Oh, Susan, how are you? I think of you.
You know, and thank you for saying that, Susan. Susan says, absolutely, respect for elders is everything. Yeah, thank you. And, you know, I think that in our society, it gets pretty easy for those of us who are younger that we kind of slip and slide. You know, we don't really give listening ear or an engagement. We don't go up to elderly people who are in wheelchairs and really solicit a conversation. And we just don't realize that they're probably hungry for some conversation, you know, and just basic respects for, you know, an elderly person is would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yes, I think
A little bit more kindness and inclusion.
and I am guilty of that myself, because when I was 10 years younger or 20 and I'd see someone in a wheelchair, I turned the other way because I didn't want to get invaded. I didn't know what to say.
So you know what it feels like for a younger person. Maybe that's what we can have some compassion for the younger people who don't know how to handle it.
Right. I think there
could be that. But and what do you think about the pandemic? Probably makes it a little bit more isolating for elders.
Yes, and you're wearing your mask and don't get involved. So that gives our society excuse not to be so hugging, so acceptance. Right. I'm wondering what's going to happen in the next 5 or 10 years, because this thing has made a cultural difference.
Well, we have international audience here, Mom, and maybe Zubi, you come from Pakistan. Deborah is in Costa Rica. In other countries, there are different norms.
Nigeria,
Egypt. People have different norms on how to treat elders and how they really treat people. Maybe
maybe we're I don't think America treats their elders like other European countries do.
I think we have a long way to go. But here we are to celebrate your life, to celebrate this moment. And we weren't quite sure that we were going to be on camera today. It's been a little bit of an up and down day, hasn't it, Mom? But you look beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Everybody here is here to give you a thumbs up. Give Mom a thumbs up.
Yeah, you know, my sight diminishes week by week. If you're not aware of that, very few people are. You know, I can be in a conversation and walk away, and they have no idea I didn't see them. I heard a word they said. I started saying I didn't hear a word they said.
And those of you who would like to see more of Mr. Happy on Facebook, give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up on that.
Oh, Mr. Happy.
Mr. Happy.
My friend.
Yeah, because he has a menu every day on what's important to bring joy into life. So we're happy to have everybody here. Is there anything finally that you'd like to say, Mom, about, not so much about dignity, but more like the love of life and how life loves you?
Oh, that's our closing. Wouldn't you know it? I love life, but life loves me because it brought me back for you. Isn't Isn't it grand? Isn't it grand? Enjoy this week. Have a wonderful week.
Thanks,
Yes.
everybody. Thanks for being here. We've just loved having you. Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye. That was special.